The offseason has officially begun, which means the Chargers now need to start preparing for the 2025 season. We've already discussed that their preparations for 2025 should be based on their performance in the 2024 season. There are about 30 players set to hit free agency, so replacements will be needed for them as well. So far, it's unclear what the front office has decided regarding which players they'll retain, but along with that, they'll also need to address the team's needs and fill the existing gaps. The draft will, of course, play a role in this. In yesterday's video, we looked at the Chargers' current situation. So today I've identified 5 players in free agency who could be very helpful for the Chargers. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. I've put a lot of thought into this list, and there are some excellent names on multiple positions to consider. Honestly, the Chargers have a good chance of signing several of them. This is a perfect way to kick off the offseason and address the holes in the roster. I am not going to discuss T. Higgins in this video. He is an obvious name, and we have discussed him earlier. This time I have found some other names. You know, a reliable pass-catching tight end is the core need of the team right now, and for that, Mike Gesicki fits the role perfectly. Paired with a promising rookie like Colston Loveland, would be a great step forward. Gesicki has recorded 260 receptions for 2,861 yards and 20 touchdowns in his career, proving his ability as a receiving threat. His 6 feet 6 inches frame and athleticism create mismatches against linebackers and safeties, giving Justin Herbert a much-needed target. While he isn't an elite blocker, his ability to stretch the field would add another dimension to the Chargers' offense. Given his expected market value, Gesicki would be a cost-effective addition to strengthen the passing game. As we know about Chargers needing to address the running back position heading into the 2025 season, Aaron Jones could be the perfect short-term solution. Over the course of his career, Jones has established himself as one of the most efficient backs in the league, with 5,940 rushing yards, 45 rushing touchdowns, and an impressive 5.0 yards per carry average. His ability to contribute as a receiver with 272 receptions for 2,076 yards and 18 touchdowns makes him a versatile weapon in both the running and passing game. While injuries have been a concern in the past, his experience and leadership would be invaluable in a system that emphasizes a strong ground game. On a short-term deal, Jones could provide immediate production and stability, while also helping develop a young running back if the Chargers decide to draft one. However, if the Chargers are hesitant to commit that level of financial resource, options like J.K. Dobbins or Nick Chubb, both of whom would be significantly cheaper, might offer comparable value. Dobbins, for instance, brings explosiveness and youth, while Chubb's physical running style could be a perfect complement in a Thunder and Lightning setup. Moving on defensive depth, which is another big concern, particularly at edge rush, where Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack have struggled with injuries in recent seasons. Derek Barnett would be a solid, cost-effective option to improve the rotation. Though he hasn't lived up to his first-round draft status, Barnett has still contributed 21.5 sacks, 37 tackles for loss, and 3 forced fumbles in his career. He's a strong run defender and could step in as a rotational pass rusher to relieve Bosa and Mack, ensuring the Chargers maintain pressure on opposing quarterbacks. His addition would bring much-needed depth and stability without requiring a high financial commitment. Now, the most important area to address is the offensive line, especially when it comes to protecting Justin Herbert. Kevin Zeitler is a proven veteran who brings experience and consistency to the interior line. Having played 181 career games, Zeitler allowed just 1 sack in 2023 and committed only 3 penalties, showing his reliability. Even at 35 years old, he remains one of the league's best run-blocking guards and would provide immediate stability. If the Chargers decide to draft a young offensive lineman, Zeitler's leadership could also help in their development, making him a smart short-term addition. It's true that Zeitler's age makes this more of a short-term solution, but sometimes that's what a team needs to bridge the gap and remain competitive. For a 1-year, $6.25 million deal, the value is undeniable. He's a low-risk, high-reward signing that would provide the Chargers with a reliable anchor in the interior line, while also giving the run game the boost it desperately needs. As we all know, secondary need reinforcement, so Byron Murphy could help fill the gap. He would be a valuable addition to the Chargers' defense, bringing physicality and versatility. He has recorded 275 tackles, 9 interceptions, 52 pass deflections, and 5 forced fumbles in his career, proving his ability to impact games. Murphy's flexibility to play both outside and in the slot fits well with Jesse Minter's defensive scheme. With Patrick Mahomes and other talented quarterbacks in the AFC West, the Chargers need a reliable cover corner who can handle top receivers, and Murphy could fill that role effectively. The Chargers don't need to chase the biggest names in free agency. They need smart, strategic signings that fit their system. By adding a mix of veteran leadership and proven contributors, they can maximize their cap space while addressing key needs. If they land even a few of these players, they'll be in prime position to compete in 2025 under Jim Harbaugh. So let's see what will happen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.